Yes, yes, I'm aware that's them. I'm not blind. Please, will you hush? The lot of you are loud enough as it is, and getting all worked up over this isn't helping. Well, I told you I would, didn't I? You've only been pestering me about it since we caught that familiar trying to barter a dragon scale off a pixie. What a practice in futility that was. See, look at what you've gone and done now. You've got them looking at me all funny. Hush up while I sort this out. Excuse me. Excuse me, is this seat taken? Wonderful, I'll be making it mine then if you don't have any arguments to the contrary. Please, no need to look so baffled. You've met well, the others, haven't you? You should have by now. Coriander and cardamom? Or was it cardamom and coriander? Well, at any rate, you've met them, yes? Good. I assumed that was the past when I saw it. Always tastes a little saltier than the future does. Who am I? Your teacher, of course. Ah, that hasn't happened yet, has it? Excuse me. You can call me that in about a week's time then, assuming everything goes as it should. That should be about right for now. If you need something to call me in the meantime, Clove will do quite properly. Ah, no. I know that look. Please don't run off. I'm sure you've heard, stories. Really, people catch you in the forest, dance around an encrusted bird skull one time, and all of a sudden you've got a scarlet W plastered on your chest. That served a very specific purpose, I promised you, and I can assure you that the rumors that people enjoy spreading about me are only occasionally true. Yes, celery, chives, and cucumber and cardamom. Excuse me, let's give it one more try. Cardamom and coriander. The two of them and I are 3 parts of a set. A complete set, as far as I can tell. Though, it's always hard to know these things for sure. You, witchling, are something I've seen coming for some time. You're quite the Halley's Comet. Very hard to ignore. Particularly for those that follow me around. Yes, that was about you. No, not you. Well, I'd be surprised if you could see them. Cardamom can see them if he squints and closes his left eye, but it's a little hazy. Coriander's absolutely useless at it, try as he might. The boy can barely astral project properly. Takes after my mother. A lovely kitchen witch, but with nothing to speak of when it came to anything remotely Elysian. You would assume she was his mother too, wouldn't you? There's no reason he couldn't take after her, even if they weren't related, however. I seem to have gotten quite off topic. I'm not here to discuss my mother with you. Rather, I'd like to offer you an apprenticeship of sorts. A less than traditional one, but that's not so bad, is it? I've spoken to Cappuccino and Cauliflower, and we're all in agreement that any one of us couldn't handle you. But we can play a rather enjoyable game of hot potato with you. We are somewhat odd cases, and neither of us, which is 3, can nurture you with what you need. But we believe that collectively we could help you. Well, yes, there are 3 parts to the witchcraft that humans utilize. You have the Elysian. I myself fall quite neatly in this box. Anything to do with that of different planes of existence, different manners of existing, I'm quite astute in. Coriander's quite adept in what one might call the opposite, the material. He excels in the binding of grimoires particularly, which is a talent I've always been a bit jealous of. But besides that, animal, vegetable, or mineral, he can tell you the properties, how it's used, and rattle off a list of his 10 favorite spells that utilize it, like he's creating some clickbait listicle to circulate around the world witch web. Now if I handle the ethereal, and Coriander handles the physical, Cardamom handles the emotional. Yes, no need to tell me, I can see his craft all over you. Quite the lasting mark that boy leaves. So heavy-handed. Still, I've never seen a spiritual or emotional trauma that he couldn't play therapist for, so I'll give him his credit where it's due. Any one of us as a teacher would be a disaster for most people. The 3 of us have just enough skills in the adjacent 2 types of magic to get by, but absolutely no more than that. It works for us, but attempting to learn in such a way is, well, imagine like you're trying to bake a cake and you need flour, sugar, and eggs to do so. You have a whole bag of flour, only a couple granules of sugar, and nothing but an empty eggshell. You have somebody making grocery runs for you, but they just bring you more flour. You request an egg, you get more flour. You request sugar, just more flour. You can't bake a cake very well that way, can you? How the 3 of us ended up the way we are is a different matter and won't very well work for you. Trust me, I saw myself try, I saw Cardamom try, and I saw Coriander try. The time with me was the worst by far. You should turn out quite proficient this way, however. Of course, there are plenty of other variables. I couldn't check every possibility. I'm sure there are some possibilities where you refuse, of course, but I'd rather hope you didn't. We've convened and would rather like to work with you. We think we can get you done up right. But at the end of the day, it is your decision. I'm assuming you wonder how this would all work, correct? You'd essentially be on rotation. A bit of a headache, sure, but keeps things fresh that way at least. And if you absolutely despise any of the 3 of us, that's that much less that you'll have to work with us. Of course, if you despise the whole set, well, who's the common denominator in that equation? I won't make you decide now. In fact, if you'd rather not follow under our tutelage, you simply never have to visit the 3 of us again. Not that you can't visit us if you decide to take your apprenticeship to a different shore, though that may be a bit awkward. Well, unless you're going to see Cardamom. He's so understanding. Not that myself and Coriander wouldn't understand. We'd simply understand better if you agreed. I'll leave you to ponder over your options. Feel free to see any of the three of us if you decide you'd like to hone that magic you've got, little witchling. It would probably be best to see one of the other two. I don't tend to stay in one place, and I'd rather not be snuck up on during another ritual and have a repeat of the bird skull incident. I'll leave you to yourself, then. And at the very least, I appreciate your time and consideration. Goodbye for now.